which for US and Canadian people, that's not really that much of a discount, to be honest, because sadly, I think the percentages they gave, which is like 10-15%, when you do the math off it, you're basically paying a price of a sub that you paid for back in January. So technically a discount, but yeah. I think they were showing like if you wanted to actually get massive savings, the percentages off it was like a 6-month sub gift, or 6-month sub was where you actually made like savings off of, like actual legit savings. I think they were showing like the 1 month and 3 month you weren't really like getting too much on it, but nonetheless, money's tight for everyone, so might be a good opportunity for people. I don't get this. Yeah, I knew I was gonna be a little bit too off. Are you really gonna go comp corner? Dude, come on, don't. Why are we being like this? Why are we going comp? Why are we going comp corner? Do I have a hook for you? I mean, I got one way over here. Okay. Up we go. I think we officially hit the 1 hour of streaming on DBD now, so if you check your Twitch drops, for those that were here around the start of it, you should now have the casket charm, which is this little thing right here. Yep. So you get a casket charm for your first hour. Third hour, I think, is the banner? No, third hour is the avatar. 6th hour is the banner. And really for those ones, even if I'm not streaming, if you'd like hop in any of them. Hey look, it's a daily bot. And daily bot gets banned. Bye bye daily bot. What's funny is that wasn't even a new account. That was a very old account. Compromised account from somebody. Feels bad. Alright, so in this situation, I have a couple choices I could do. I could be nice and happy and be grateful for 1 kill. Or I could say, screw this, I'm not happy with 1 kill. Oh, it goes downstairs. That's not what I wanted. And try to go for 2, maybe 3. In this case, I think it's better for me just to take to 2. If they screw up and want to go for 3, they can. I just think it's wise for me to sit back and force a mistake like this. Reset. 2 dead. And we really didn't play all that too well either. We were sort of just talking and running around. But still fun. I mean, look at it. 2 hook stages left is pretty freaking good. Like, if you look at this in a comp setting, this is every single day, no matter what rules you go to, this is a W. Because, yeah. What do you think of Dracula? I like him. I find his animal forms to be sort of useless, to be honest. But standard killer with the Hellfire stuff, pretty fun. It is day 1, so I've noticed a couple bugs already. I'd imagine those bugs will probably get ironed out as this week and next week goes on. There's really no need to worry about it too much. I had to put them like on a pyramid. Like OP, good, normal, bad, and for the love of God, fucking delete. I would probably put him on the normal to good range. Because I know a lot of people right now are going to sit there and look at it and be like, oh, he's OP. He's OP. But what I think a lot of people fail to realize is the first week a new killer gets added to the game, you sort of have to learn how to play against him. You know? So I'm not necessarily thinking in a 1 week frame of the game. I'm thinking long term. When the survivors learn how to counter Hellfire, when they learn how to counter his different little mechanics, how strong is he going to be? I think he'll be normal to good average. I don't think he's on par with Billy or Nurse or Oni. I don't think he's even close. I would put him on tier with Nemesis, Demogorgon, and probably Xeno. I think he'll fall in that line. He's definitely not Trapper or Artist. Definitely not as bad as those two. So if anything, I would say he's like a release week term of strength. I would say he's on par with Chucky. And he's definitely on par with Vecna and maybe Knight on release week. I would probably argue Skull Merchant, the initial version of Skull Merchant. But the difference with this is that not so much how Skull Merchant is, because you have to remember with Skull Merchant, when she came out, the meta was 3-gen. And it just so happened that her toolkit played with the 3-gen. Holy fucking shit, what's in the bots tonight? Go away. 2 bots. Is to play with that 3-gen meta. If you take the 3-gen meta away, which is no longer possible to really 3-gen, then she's basically online with Chucky and all the others. So I would say it's pretty solid. There are a couple little oddities to them. Like if I were to go to a custom. How do I get to custom again? They changed it so much I don't remember. Custom. And I'll just throw 2 bots in to show what I mean. And screw it, I'll do 3. And maps. Let's do Area Crow, so that way there's no distractions. It's a lot easier for me to show what I mean than to try to talk it up. Apparently, the next killer is going to be has been data mined in terms of possible looks, all that fun stuff. So we're gonna have to see if that's true or not. All right. So in this particular case, the issue I have with it is if you look on the screen, you'll see L1 as a shapeshift, wolf form. It's a good boy. There's no denying it. Always the best of boys. But I'm not running any faster. I'm running the same speed. My pounces, as great as they are, don't really do anything. Like, he's a little janky. Little jumping thing's cute, but, like, there's really no point to his form because I can't just R1 after L1 R1. It will be apparently a unique new killer. So I can't even tell you because it's really new. It's just that they determined that it's a girl character, which will be something new because the last, I think, 5 or 6 killers have been all guys. So to have a gal as a killer would be a fresh change. The last one we had was Skull Merchant. So this form, like I said, it feels weird. It doesn't feel natural to use. We get the orbs, which are cool. That tells us where they are, but I think they could change this to make it like a centro. You get the palette, nothing to do about that. Nope. So now if I were to shapeshift to bat form, you would think I'm flying, and logic should say that I should go over this, but I don't. And the screeching sound you hear now, survivors could hear. So there's really no sneaking up in this form. You also cannot attack in this form. You cannot see survivors in this form. Survivors are 100% hidden in this form. You can't even hear their grunts of pain over the screeching. The only thing this form has going forward is you'll see these yellow boxes on the map. Those are areas you could vault to, which means if I'm standing way back here, I could go, I want to go, and you have to be within range, which is sort of garbagey. I want to go to this window. I can do this. And now I'm here, which means then I have to do this to break out that form. So there's no point in me ever really being in those animal forms unless I want to BM. And what I mean by BM is you have like the teabag, which everybody knows about. But you also have like the, what they call it, the humping kind of thing. And it's sort of comical in terms of like, it's very BM to do, but it's hilarious, is to go into dog form and do that. So that's the only reason you would ever use dog form. Besides that, you're just better off going with vampire, using your hands to attack, force a pallet drop, or straight away, like this, and hope the bot runs into it. So here might be best. Like that. So like in terms of BMing, what I'm talking about is that I could literally go here and yeah. Because it actually looks like it. So you could BM as a vampire and be very lewd about it. But that's about it. For bad form, what I think they should have done is one of two things. Let us see the survivors. Because we can't hit. We can't hit in bad form. It takes too long for us to shapeshift and go back to vampire form and then swing. At that point, they're gone. So let us see survivor when we're in bad form. Or allow us to attack when we're in bad form. Which to me, I think attacking in bad form without seeing survivors is impressive. If I could hit a survivor without seeing them, they sort of deserve to get hit. Because look at this, I'm obnoxious. I know there's a survivor right here. I know he's running this way. So if I could hit him when he's running around like this, shouldn't I get the hit? Instead of having to do this and pop out and then fight him, and yeah. I see the scratches, but again, when you look at how long it takes to transform, I can't attack until the animation's done. And I gotta transform back. So, yep. Castle in the sky again. So when you look at all those variations to it, at first, you know, if you talk to like any survivor main player, they'd be like, yeah, but Hellfire, look at this. Look, you can hit over buildings. I mean, technically, yeah. But like, that's all he has going for him. I can't really do anything else besides that and this. So, those are trade-offs. He's fun, but his forms are pretty much useless. Yep. So I'm hoping what will happen is they'll leave everything alone, or they'll make tweaks to the animal forms. My concern, and I think I have valid reason to be concerned about this, but you have to remember this is a 4v1 game. So there are 4 survivors, 1 killer. So when it comes to complaining, there's always going to be 4 times the number of complaints on the survivor side than the killer side. You only have 1 killer player to every 4 survivors. Here's basic math, 4-to-1 ratio. So my concern, and we've seen this in the past, is the survivors don't like something, they get vocal, and to placate it, the devs do a knee-jerk reaction to make them happy. So my concern off that is they'll be like, Hellfire OP nerf to ground. Nerf Hellfire to ground. Killer has nothing to do besides I smack with hand. So I hope that's not the case. But as we've seen in the past with previous killers, like Chucky, cough cough Chucky, our poor baby Chucky who got his ability to do 90-degree flicks removed because that was apparently way too overpowered for survivors. Apparently doing a 90-degree flick as a survivor, or as a killer, where you run a straight line, and then you go, doink! Apparently that was considered way too overpowered for survivors. So that got removed from Chucky. So hopefully that will not happen with this killer. Hopefully. But, again, 4v1. The majority's voice tends to win out, sadly. Spend some blood points real quick to replenish our stash. Oh yeah, this one's actually fun. This is probably the best perk in the game, or best add-on in the game. So with this one, all the little fiery stuff I was doing, whenever the exit gates are open, the whole inside of the gates are covered in fire. Which means the survivors have to basically play red light, green light to get to the actual exit. And if they guess wrong, they take 1 damage. Guess wrong again, they're in down state. So you could be very cheeky and strategic, sit by the gate, let them open it, or open it yourself, and just sit there and take puck shots. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the only issue I have with TCM is that it's too niche. What I mean about it being too niche is that it's locked into one theme. It's always going to be in Texas. The game is always going to be evolved around Leatherface and his family. And in terms of like longevity, it requires too many people in a game. The one nice thing about DBD, aside from the fact that there is no set theme except for quote horror unquote, is that it's only 5 players in a game. 4 survivors, 1 killer. For a TCM, it's a lot larger. So you have to cast that net out a lot further to get those up. It's a 1v6, yeah, so you send people. Which you would think, 2 extra people shouldn't be much. But certain circumstances, that could be the difference between 15 and 30 minutes. Now, for one game, that's not a big deal, but when you start playing 2 or 3 games in a row, that really starts to stack up. So in a time that you could get 3 games in of TCM, I could probably get 5 or 6 in of DBD. Just off playing the Q game alone. But yeah, I think the biggest issue for me with TCM is just a theme. There's no variation to it. It's like with here, if I don't want to play Dracula and I want to play Michael Myers, okay, I go play Michael Myers. If I want to play Onryo, I can play Onryo. Chucky! I could play Chucky. Hell, I could go play Chucky, and then I could go drive 15 minutes to Universal Studios in Orlando, go buy a Chucky doll, come back from Universal Studios with the Chucky doll, and sit down roughly in the same time as a queue for one TCM game. Which I know is sort of like a cheap shot, but it's true. I could literally drive to Universal Studios, because it's not that far from my house, go buy a Chucky doll and come back before queue pops. Yep. That's also the issue I had with Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th was a fun game. But again, you were stuck with one franchise. I think what would have made it better in the long run is not so much do what DBD is doing. You don't need licensed characters. I think they could do original characters with different playstyles, still have the game set and its proper theme, but the playstyle is different enough with the killer that it's worth it, Like, not necessarily have to be Jason with a machete, it could be Lumberjack with a chainsaw. Because Camp Crystal Lake, chances are there's probably a Lumberjack to keep the grounds clean and set up and all that stuff. Could be a Twisted Lifeguard or, something to add some different flavor to it. Yeah, and I think that's, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I get, like I was just saying, like, you need more killers and stuff. But, like, that's where I think where TCM is in such a weird ass spot. Is that the game is based on the, what is it? Are they based on a movie or are they based on the book? I think they said they were based on the book. Which, if they're based on the book, adding family members makes no logical sense. Because it's already defined. It'll be like going to Harry Potter, and all of a sudden you find out Harry Potter has a stepbrother, a stepsister, and 21 step cousins that are all now in the main antagonist of the next movie or whatever. So, I don't know. Like I said, it's so weird because it casts such a tight net that they have to walk. What is this one? I actually forgot. Hone in on nearby survivors. We could play with this one for the hell of it just to see what happens. Party streamer sounds fun. Let's try our normal build. Where's my normal everyday build? There it is. Oh, there we go. I usually throw bamboozle on, just because that prevents survivors from hitting the same window twice. That's good, at least. My only question is, how long can they do that for? Like, how many more family members can they add before you have to hit a question mark on believability? Like, I know there's some families, don't get me wrong, that have like 20 family members in real life. I know some family members that probably have like 50 in real life. But like, how far out can they go with the family member size before people start asking for like a Trojan sponsorship for memes? If that makes sense. Also, another victim. Victims, I think, is the word they could probably do the most. I think victims is where, if TCM plays their cards right, is something they could absolutely milk the fuck out of. Because we've seen this with DBD. We've seen this. What was that carnival game? It was a ASIM carnival game. It was like with an evil doll, a bunch of cute little gothic toys and shit like that. But both of them did a very, very good job of marketing the hell out of survivors with cosmetics and stuff like that. I think that's something TCM could do, is really play hard on the victim side to make that fun. Like, there's so many people in Texas. Like, Texas is legit a fucking... No, not Killer Clowns. This was before. This was around the time of Friday the 13th. And, oh, I can't remember what the other one was. I think this was Hunt Showdown, Friday the 13th, DBD time. Game wasn't really, really huge in the US. It was massive. I know it was massive in Asia. I want to say Japan, but for whatever reason, South Korea is sticking out to me. And I don't want to be that guy that says Japan and somebody says, oh no, it was South Korea. So, it was Japan or South Korea. It was one of those two countries was really, really huge in for a little bit. But basically, it was on PC. It was on mobile. It was on consoles. They just basically fucked up their balancing and no one played anymore, really. Could be. I could probably look after this game. Do it. Do it. Do it. Alright, fine. Fuck you. There you go. Speaking of toy sim games, there's also another one coming out soon. That's based on a carnival. Nah, it wasn't last year. This would have been like 3, 4, 5 years ago. I think this was like right around when COVID started. But yeah, there's another horror sim game in the works. This one's on Kickstarter. But it was this one was done as rabbits, which I was looking forward to, and I don't know what the hell's going on with that game, if it's actually still in progress or not. But yeah, it's like a ASIM horror game to where you play as bunnies, and the killer is like this carnival master, and that one looks pretty cool. Oh, I actually missed what you said. I read last year as an Identity V was last year. I didn't think of the game last year. Yeah, I misread that. My bad. My bad. Miss. Symphony of Fire. Nice. Yeah. It was on Kickstarter. I was really looking forward to it because I was like, oh, that's actually pretty dope. Not so much because, Bunny's Lou and all this stuff, but more or less on the lines of it actually looked pretty cool because Carnival toys left all over the place. Yeah, that game. Carnival Hunt. I don't know whatever happened to it. The only sad part about Kickstarter games that they look so promising and so cool, and then they like vanish and disappear, and you never hear another word about them. Hmm. Got stuck? Yeah. I wonder how much of it was budget constraints. What was like regulatory kind of stuff? Are we really just running a loop? Dude. Bad table. Ah, he dodged last second. Nice. That would have been such a nice hit. Really? Steve Haddington. Which I really do hope we get another Stranger Things collab with Dead by Daylight. So we have Steve. No, I said Steve, not PlayStation. Stop. Stop. Nothing. Go away. So we have Steve. We have Nancy. We need to get like Robin. Get the cast in like 11 and all them. Get Vecna as a skin since we already have Vecna from Dungeons and Dragons. Also, we need to get like the different Demogorgon forms, like Demo Puppy, Demo Cat, Demo Bat. Cheeky. Anyone hiding? No. Oh, we already killed 2 people. Nice. Are they working on a Halloween game? Ooh, Stranger Things or Dead by Daylight or what? I actually lost track of where we were talking. I know Behavior's working on casting a Frank Stone. Which is supposed to be like the super duper early prequel to DVD. Hi. Oh, that team of Deo dead? I have no clue. No fire! Really, Sable? You're gonna go right into a locker? Naughty little Sable. Oh, you just looked it up? Okay. Nope. You were behind me, weren't you? Okay, hope you enjoy Lurk. Don't do any of the commands, I just have it all on channel points. Nonetheless, enjoy your Lurk. Doot, 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 doot. Juicy little 4K. Castle on in this one doesn't look too bad. Fits the theme at least. Well, for modern day, anyways. Let me see. 45 Sable. Name's hidden. Weird. And Faker. Interesting name. Do, 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 do. Electric shield. I don't know if I like that one. Alright, so we're going to Macmillan Estate. Interesting. Do, 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 do. Nice. I don't think I get to this in time. Hmm. Ah. Okay. Yonk. What? Claudette? La Claudette. Okay. Nice. Down you go. Onwards. Nice. I don't know where to put you. Sucks. Oh well. Hmm. Here's what it is. Hmm. All right. Actually, I haven't played around with the other skins so much. Let's try this one. So quadruple flashlights. Interesting. Now the 2 hour mark. So we should be getting close to having the next Twitch drop, I think. Another cake. And some pudding. Some good old pudding. Pudding. Free for students. Office 365 education. Free must-have apps. And 80% off of everything else. Okay. I don't know why I would do that, but cool. Especially when I get it for free via the university. All I gotta do is just enter my university email address and everything automatically downloads for free. But okay. This is usually a horrible idea. Nope, paid off. She was too scared. If she would have hopped down instead of going for the flashlight blind, she could have easily got the free save. I think she was scared that I was going to turn around and smack. I say that and she still did a flashlight click, so fuck if I know, but went for flashlight clicky behind me instead of doing something else, sort of fucked her. Oh, it's done. Nice. The Steve didn't have the balls. Up you go. I just love that laugh. I don't know why. I just absolutely freaking love that laugh. Bye-bye, Sable. Shit. One survivor gone. 3 to go. Alright, just in case they have head on. Nice. You can teabag all you want, bud. You're literally one hit away from being wiped out of the game. So don't be teabagging too hard. All right, cheeky fella. All right. Code 4. Time for a couple more games. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Okay. Wait forward. Okay, okay. Hawkins. Hmm. 1, 2, 3. One person distortion. What? Game? Hello, Mr. Game? That was so far. You're supposed to go straight line. Sprinto Bristow? That was voice I do too. I'm gonna try. I don't really have anywhere to put him directly, I guess. Hmm. What? I don't know how that worked, but okay. Was that a glitch? The fuck? I don't know how she went directly underneath the armor through his chest. That was weird. Alright, so at least we know that Hawkins is not a good map for him. It seems like most of these obstacles eat Hellfire, while on the other maps, they don't. So I'm not sure if that's just an inconsistency or what, but that's a little odd. Not our best game of the night, but a little bit of a move. So now we at least know that Hawkins is just not a map for us to play on. Too much stuff Hellfire doesn't go over or anything. But that's okay. Now we know next time we see Hawkins to just play him one. Oh, we got time for one more game. Since we're gonna do one more game, let's just see if we get a depth survivor out of the way. Oops. I don't know what key I hit, but I had some key. So let's see if we get a depth survivor out of the way. Not that. So the depth survivor, the idea is that you have to escape the trial with just your 3 perks. However, you're basically given so many other stuff to help get away from that, so difficult, but let's see. I imagine it'd be purple. Alright, so let's try looking for Trevor and see if we get him pop up. There we go. Alright, so they're all yellows. That's not good. So see Aura, starting kill with a powder upgrades to your held item. Open room shows you 2 chests. That's fine. We need broken key. Hatch main building. Alright. So basically all we have to do is escape. That's it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Escape, and that is adept. So far we've gotten... Oh, it actually doesn't show it on this end. Symphony of Fire. 20 survivors using Hellfire. And then we got a Dub Killer. Idiot Crows. Funny little commentary on that. Respectable. Oh, it's Plague. Meg. Why are you such a Meg, Meg? Why are you such a Meg? Thanks, Meg. Really appreciate you bringing a killer my way, Meg. Thank you, Meg. This is why Meg shouldn't have rights. Ah, well done. Alright, now we gotta hope that the Meg doesn't come back and blow up our generator while we're working on it again. Don't touch my gen. You bitch. That was a bad idea. Fast forward. Ah, rip. You. All right, 1, 2, 3. We're all in some degree of being fucked at the moment. So she's coming for my ass again. Lovely. So we are doing slug out meta. That's fine. That is fine. Thank you. Alright, see if we get our happy ass back to a generator. How does she have infinite blood? How? How does she have infinite? Is it Sable fucking us by constantly cleansing? Is that what's going on? Is it Sable fucking us with constant cleansing? Because I don't know how she has constant. No, watch out, move, move, move. Move, bitch, get out the way. We need to get our happy ass on a generator, please. Let me get on this one. Yeah, it's a Sable. She keeps running to and doing that. The Sable's really cooking us. Can you quit giving her her fucking power, people? Yeah. I mean, we could just keep giving her power. That's fine. That is a-okay. We could just keep throwing and giving her power. That works. Mm-hmm. Are you gonna do something or are you gonna sit there? Thank you. I mean, you only gave the killer the power like 25 times. Fuck. Courtesy of the Sable. Fuck this again. So much fun, Sable. Thank you, Sable. Absolutely fun. Thank you. Just to get adept. I want to be that selfish. Alright. Well, midnight. That actually ended on a perfectly note. Minus that one game. Pretty fun all around. So tomorrow we'll do some more. Just play strictly Dracula because I want to actually get good at playing Dracula. So there won't be any Survivor games. We'll just play strictly Dracula. Good night, then. Good night. Good night, everyone. Hey, thank you, Trinity, for the sub gift earlier. Thank you, Marticaus, for the raid. Good night, Alicia. Good night, Dante. Good night, Suicide Run. Good night, Trinity. Good night, Marticaus. Good night, Starstream. Good night, all friends, all lurkers. Good night, Silica. Good night, everyone. And I'll talk to you later. Good night. Good night. Honey, you're supposed to say good night. Don't be rude. Say good night. Hey, kissies. Thank you.